There's a way to build referral relationships that feel totally aligned, genuine, and even joyful. So today I'm breaking down 5 ways that can make this happen. No awkward sales tactics, no weird scripts, just real tips that can help you connect with the right people and serve more of your clients. Let's be honest, we all want referrals, whether you're just starting out, trying to fill a few open spots in your caseload, or expanding into something new like caregiver coaching or a course. Referrals are everything. But here's the part that no one really teaches us. How do you actually get them without feeling like you're cold calling people from a list you found on Google? Because, yeah, just walking into a pediatrician's office or sliding into someone's DMs like, "Hi, please send me your clients," can feel kind of awkward, especially when you've never done it before. I've been there. The awkward networking emails, the business cards that just sit in the drawer, the fear that you're coming off too pushy. But here's what I want you to know. There's a way to build referral relationships that feel totally aligned, genuine, and even joyful. So today I'm breaking down 5 ways that can make this happen. No awkward sales tactics, no weird scripts, just real tips that can help you connect with the right people and serve more of your clients. All right, let's get started. So, what I think the most important piece is your mindset. Many of us think about referrals as this awkward, uncomfortable moment where we have to pitch ourselves or prove our value. But what if we flipped the narrative? Instead of thinking, I need to get clients, what if you told yourself, I help people solve a problem and I'm just letting others know I exist so that they can connect families to me? Pediatricians, OTs, school counselors, they're already looking for trusted providers to refer to. Even other SLPs who aren't specializing in the same specialties you are or working with the same populations are looking for people to refer to. So by showing up clearly and consistently, you're helping them help others. You're not a burden, you're a solution. So here's a mini action step for you. I want you to write down 2 to 3 referral sources in your area that you respect. Maybe a local OT, another SLP, a daycare director, a pediatric mental health clinic, or a pediatrician office. Then think about how you'd introduce yourself and to help them as a peer, not a pitch. You don't need to lead with, here's my service list. You can simply say, hey, I support kids with insert population here, and I'd love to connect. P.S. If you haven't already listened to episode 18 with Jillian Pendergast, go do that right after this. She is such a gem, and she shares exactly how she built strong referral relationships just by being herself. And if there's something you take away from season 2 of Speechie Side Hustle, it is build a referral list for yourself and for others. Okay, so let's make it easy for people to refer to you then, because trust me, most providers, they're not ignoring you on purpose. They're just busy. They don't want to have to dig through your website or their inbox to figure out how to send a client your way. So that's when a referral packet comes in. And before you panic, I'm not talking about a glossy, spiral-bound 12-page portfolio. I'm talking about a simple one-pager. It needs to include who you serve, your niche or specialties, how to refer to you. Is it a link, an email, an intake form, and bonus points if you put a QR code that opens right to your intake form, and your contact info and website. It's even more effective when it's branded, easy to scan, and sized to fit in a standard envelope or folder. So you can easily do this in Canva in like 20 minutes, or you can use Google Docs if you want to make it super simple. So if you're ready, create one this week. And even if you don't hand it out right away, keep a few copies in your car or your bag or your workspace, and you'll be surprised when opportunities pop up. Okay, let's move on to tip number 3. And this one's huge. And honestly, I think it's where a lot of people get stuck because nobody wants to be that person, the one who sends a random DM like, hey, I'm an SLP, please refer to me. Real relationships are built on connection, not cold pitches. Instead, try this. Hi, I'm a speech therapist in your town, and I specialize in your specialty. I've heard amazing things about your work, and I'd love to connect or learn more about your practice. You're not asking for anything. You're starting a conversation, and you're seeing them as human, not a potential lead. So that small shift can make all the difference. Here's a mini action tip for you. This week, why don't you try to reach out to one person you'd love to collaborate with? Keep it short, friendly, zero pressure, just say hello. And if you listen to Jillian's episode, she'll also tell you how you can do this in person. Or maybe there's someone you already know, an old grad student classmate, a former coworker, someone you've collaborated with before. Don't underestimate the power of reconnecting. Sometimes the best referral source is someone already in your circle. You just haven't tapped back in yet. The goal here isn't to pitch. It's to build a network of people who know, like, and trust what you do. Okay, let's talk about the part where you've reached out and nothing happens. First of all, take a deep breath. This is so normal. People are overwhelmed, messages get buried, and it doesn't mean that they're not interested. So following up doesn't make you annoying, it makes you professional. A super simple message can go a long way. Hey, I'm just following up in case my messages got lost in the shuffle. Would love to connect if you're open to it. Keep it kind, keep it light, don't overthink it. You're not pestering, you're staying visible. And just like therapy goals, building relationships takes time. Plant the seeds, stay consistent, and trust that it'll grow. So, last but not least, let's talk about your website. You could have the best referral partners in the world, but if they send someone to your site and it's confusing, outdated, or hard to navigate, that's a missed opportunity. So here's a super quick checklist. Is your website super clear on who you serve and who you help? Do you have a contact form? Is there a downloadable or printable handout providers can use on your website? Maybe that one pager that you created, you can put there too. Is your info up to date with services, location, and contact? Think of your website as your virtual assistant. It should do some of the heavy lifting for you, especially when it comes to turning warm leads into booked clients. If you want to listen to more about this, I would listen to the last episode that I recorded, 5 things missing from your website, and it might be costing you clients, where that's exactly what I talk about, 5 things to make your website work harder for you. So let's wrap up. Getting referrals doesn't have to feel icky or awkward. When you shift your mindset to one of service, you are serving others. And that's already what we're doing in our jobs as SLPs. When you make a simple referral packet, remember it just needs to be a one-pager, simple, clear, direct. Reach out with connection, not pressure, and follow up kindly and confidently. And make your website a clear, welcoming place. You're not just growing a business, you're building relationships. So here's what I want you to do, because I've listed several action steps. I've given you a lot of homework, but pick one of these tips to do this week. Small steps lead to big results. And hey, if this episode helped you feel a little more confident, can you do me a favor? Share it with another SLP who you might feel needs the same encouragement. We're not in this alone, and we need to support each other. So keep hustling, Speechies.